Last night at about 10:30 p.m., a criminal had this in his hand running full speed away from me. Little did he know I'm vegan. I run 3 days a week, and unfortunately for him, I also watch a lot of UFC. So I'm basically a trained military assassin. And we still have my C70. It's a little worse for wear. I have a very interesting story to tell you.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So as you may be aware, I am trying to sell the C70. Once I got the R5 II, it's almost identical. This is slightly more cinematic, but do I need that? Like, there's no point to switch to it. We'll switch to it later, just to brag that I still actually have it somehow. But that's like $5,000 that I could put into something else and have a Fuji around here. I could buy a Fuji X-H2S and a Nikon Z6 III and have those back there just for the price of one of these. And I don't really feel like comparing this to anything. We've seen it, it's glorious, but when I'm like around home and I want to, okay, I'm gonna get some B-roll of my food, there's no Stabe. Oh, I can't, I gotta bring the tripod out, whereas this can do everything. It's versatile, same basic image, so it's time to go. So I've been trying to sell it for months and not a lot of interest, if I'm being honest with you. The C80's out, it's full frame, no one appreciates the DGO magic in here. They're like, oh, that's old tech, so had the ad up for a while, not getting a lot of comers and takers, if you know what I mean. So finally, a guy shows some interest and he's like, yeah, I'll come by. I'm gonna buy this for my son. I was like, what an honest, lovely charlatan of a lie. That's probably true. Okay, do you want my phone number? So I'm out in the nature. I'm making that video where I set my 800 mil up and I traveled like 2 miles away on my scooter to get into the best shot of our time with 3D pop out the yin yang. It was a beautiful scene. And so I get a call and it's him and he says, how about tonight, 5:30, you around? I'm like, yep, here's my address. Don't kill me, please. And so 5:30 rolls around and I do not hear from him. Approaching 7 p.m., I decide to text him. That was my first mistake. I said, you still coming? He's like, what's your address? I'm like, already gave it to you. Okay, here it is. He's like, didn't hear from him for that night. It's like, okay, that guy is unreliable at best. The next day he says, 7:30 p.m., you gonna be around? I'm like, okay, maybe he is reliable. He just got lost with his son. He took his son out to a ball game or something, that's fine. Yeah, sure, let's meet up. Around 7 p.m. he messages me saying, how about 10? I'm like, that's a bit late, but if it's no later than 10, I can make it work. Cause I'm going to bed after, who's awake after 10? Like criminals, satanic ritual people, like nobody good. What I want to drive into your brain right now and just keep it there. Your intuition is never wrong. Listen to it. It's always talking to you. I don't know who it is. Some higher source of you is saying, hey, be wary of that thing. I know everything there is to know, and that's a problem. So listen to your intuition, and I was getting all kinds of things. Like the fact that he did not call me back, it was like, okay, I probably shouldn't push on this because he probably chickened out from robbing me the first time. And so never push. And then he says, I gave you a deposit, $20. Did you get it? Here was the fishiest thing I've ever seen. He said, my friend gave you a $20 deposit, Interact, and I'm going to give you a $20 one as well. And I was like, that's weird. Okay, so I see it in my bank, $40 there, cool, okay. He's legit. As soon as he did that, my intuition said, be careful, because he's probably going to show you some fake internet e-transfer scam thing that says, and here's the 5,000 for your C70. You saw that the $20 is in there, so like, here's the rest. So it's about 10 after 10, he texts me saying, I'm here. I go downstairs. Immediately, I was like, you look sketchy. He had tattoos. We all know anybody with tattoos has stolen kittens from a kangaroo mother. They're bad people. He was wearing a nurse's uniform. You're so noble and perfect. Oh, a doctor. You know, like the training nurse, doctor, men things. So like he's wearing that. He looks sketchy as hell. Whatever, come into my lobby. He's looking at the stuff. I smell alcohol immediately. I'm like, that's a warning sign. That's not good. What did you need the liquid courage for? We're about to find out, apparently. So I'm showing him the camera. He knows nothing about cameras. He's like, oh my God, I should have just ran when I heard this question. He says, what's the shutter count on this? And I just said, yeah, there's no shutter. It's a video camera. The shutter count is nothing. So like, he didn't know what he was buying, but it's a gift. And I said like, man, you're buying this for your son? He's like, no, my daughter. Like, that's not what you told me initially. You don't even have, I know your life more than you do. That's a problem. So he's looking at the camera and he's like, okay, yeah, sounds good, man. Okay, I'm gonna transfer it. This is your email, right? Shows me the phone. I'm like, yep, looks good. And he's doing stuff. Boom, sent. Okay, there you go. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, it looks like it's sent, but do you mind if I confirm it? Because my radar is saying, you better confirm this one. Don't just, usually I've been trusting people. They send and I'm like, all right, cool, yeah, I trust you. Like I can read people pretty good. This guy was like, nah, don't do that with this one. So I'm like, I'm gonna go upstairs. Do you mind? He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm bringing the camera. I'm gonna go upstairs. I'll let you know when it's like confirmed. He's like, oh man, I just sent you so much money. And he's like fighting me on it. And I'm just like, relax. You know my channel. He said he was a fan. Lies. So I go upstairs with the camera, but I left the box and the speed booster. Like he could have ran with that stuff. And so I'm up here, I'm waiting. I'm not seeing anything coming in. He texts me, he's like, are you gonna come back down? I'm like, yeah, okay. So I get my girlfriend, fiance, wife to sit here and say, okay, let me know when this shows up, refresh the page, text me. And so I go down with the camera and he's looking at it again. He looked relieved when I came down, like, oh, thought you were gonna leave on me or something. Like, no, I'm the trustworthy one. You're the criminal. And so we're waiting in the lobby. I'm waiting for it to confirm. He keeps getting a call from his Uber driver. He said, I paid for this Uber driver. He's out there, I already paid him, but he's pressuring me to come now. Oh my God, I have to leave. Can we hurry this up? Like, oh my God, please wait for me. Even though that's his drive away. That's not the word, getaway driver. He had a friend waiting in a car. Oh, we'll get to that part. So he's looking at the camera again, and this is taking a while. Nothing's coming through. I'm texting Cynthia again. I'm like, come on, anything, nothing yet. And so like, we're actually having a good conversation about life, and like, we seem to be in alignment with a lot of our beliefs. And he was like, yeah, and God, if it's God's will. And I'm like, oh, he's a God, man. This is good times. So at some point, he asked me to check my phone. I look down. He says, sorry, man. And then he bolts out the door. So I'm just like, oh my God, what the hell is happening? So he's running out my lobby, full speed. I'm now chasing after him thinking, holy shit, I have a phone in my pocket. Am I gonna have to fight this man? What the hell, life or death? Is there guns in the car? What the hell is gonna happen to me? So like, I'm running. I see him running to this car that was parked right there on the street. And he's almost to the back door. And I'm approaching him because I'm vegan as hell and I'm so fast, running 3 days a week. And so I'm there. And then he turns around with fists up. And he's like feinting punches. And I'm just like, are you about this life? Are you good at what you do? Or are we about to find out? So like, I'm not letting him get in that car. That's all I know. I don't want to hurt anyone. I'm a very peaceful man. I have peace in my heart. Nobody needs to get hurt. What's flashing? Why is the battery flashing at me? I hate you, Canon, so much. So he's standing here with fists up, camera in hand. This is him. And I'm just like, fainting, trying to get close, backing up. I watch a lot of UFC. I know what to do in the mind. And so he turns around quick, opens the back door. He's stepping inside. I sprint towards him. He's about to get in. I shut the door on his leg and arm. And he's like kind of trapped a bit. And then he's looking at me again. And I grab him. And then he goes to punch me with the C70 in his hand. I duck. I hear it crash to the ground, and I'm just like, that's all I need. My camera back. You go on to whatever the hell you're about to do. I'm gonna pick up my baby. Not that time, buddy. No, no, not on my watch. It's a little worse for wear. There's a small crack here now. It landed right there, I guess. Built like a tank? No, not at all, but everything functions. The screen's a little not as happy. It looks like it's a little tilted. That's not super happy. So now I have a bigger discount to put on this. That's fun times. But the point is, I have a C70, bitch, and you don't. And I made $40 in the whole interaction. So I go home, my heart's pounding. I'm just like, oh my God, what the hell just happened? Why the hell would someone do that? And like, I'm just shaking. Last night I got, what, 1 hour of sleep maybe? I couldn't sleep. I'm just wired with rage and fierceness. So I told fiance the story and I'm just like, yeah, what the hell was that? And like, now here I am. You know what I did? I texted him. I said, I forgive you, dude. Times are hard. I get it. No hard feelings. God still loves you. And I wanted to give him that sense of hope. Like, yeah, okay, I just did this criminal act. I'm a piece of shit. I'm scum. But someone loves me. And if it's God, thank you, God. Like, I wanted to be that guy who's just like, give him some hope in life. Because who knows what he's going through? You can't judge somebody. Maybe his family's starving. He actually does have a son and daughter in desperate need of C70s, and they can't decide between them who's gonna get it. And he needs to pay for that somehow. And so it's like, okay, people struggle. He sent back a sad face and a heart. Like, he felt the shame, and he's like, thanks, man. Sorry about that. I don't know what I was thinking there. So my intuition knew something was off the whole time. And I was on high alert at every stage. And that's a new scam that I've never seen. I've seen people offer the Interact scam online where it's just like, here's the money, and it's like this fake thing. You have to enter your tracking number, and then once it's shipped, you're never getting your money. Whereas this one, he sent the deposit, $20, and then clearly just photoshopped the $20 into 5,000, took a picture of that, and that's what he showed me. I'm imagining that's how it went. And so don't trust anyone. I should have tapped it or something. Like, can I just go through in that and let me just, he would have stabbed me. All I know is God was on my side for that one. He looked out for me. No one got hurt. I'm sure that didn't feel great. The door slamming on your leg. I'm sorry about that, but no, you're not getting in that vehicle. And his friend was a bitch. He just stayed in the car. He's probably like, oh my God, what's happening back there? Uh-oh. Like, if he would have came out, what if he had a knife or a gun? It's like, okay, that's your camera yet. Switch into 4K RAW. That's the best settings. I'll leave. Like, they were just dumb. They were just bad criminals. There's good ones, and then there's just, I don't know, man. They were banking on that e-transfer being accepted. They didn't have a plan B. His plan B was run for the Hellstorm Nights. And I caught him because I'm vegan. I've never had a problem until this day. Hundreds, if not thousands of interactions. I just don't feel the fear ever. It's always just like, hey man, how's it going? Here you go. There's never been anything weird. Even buying my R5 II, that guy was kind of sketchy, but whatever. He did whatever he did on his own time. But he was a bit weird and mean, but I don't know, you just have to be careful, and you should probably meet at a police station. I see why people do it now, but I don't know, man, just be wary and be on high alert. Watch a lot of UFC, run sometimes so you can catch somebody, and just plan ahead. Bring some guns or something. I should have had guns. So the protocol to buy things from me in the future is now, we meet at a police station, I handcuff you to a railing, I then go home and decide if I want to show you my camera or not. Then if you're behaved over these past 4 hours, and you have enough water, I left you some water, then we'll talk inside the station, behind prison bars, cash only. Interact, like, I thought they couldn't be faked, but he found a way. He found a way. Just take a picture of it. So my C70 is still for sale. It's not once what it was. It has some issues now, but it has character and it has a story, does it not? It still somewhat works. So, wow, that was fun. So hopefully I can sleep tonight and just be careful. I see why people do like sell everything on KEH or eBay, and it's just like, no thank you to any of those risks. They're not vegan. Military assassins. Thank you for your Bitcoin donations. I will be leaving now. Subscribe to my channel.